Some people think that Bordeaux has only made wine for a few centuries. We are going to visit an estate today which can actually trace its history back 1600 years or so. Château Ausone, the legend, probably the biggest legend in Saint-Émilion.
I mean, one day if you want to come, it will be a pleasure.
Oh,
To share
let's go.
1849, I don't know, but an old bottle, a very old bottle of Ausone, yeah, it will be a pleasure. At the chateau, of course. I'm Édouard Vauthier. I'm the co-owner of the Château Ausone, and I'm part of the managing team of Château Ausone and the Vauthier family vineyard. And I'm here since 2019, and voilà, I'm managing the vineyard along with my dad and my sister.
So how is it to live in and grow up in a place like this?
Alors, first the view. The view that we have actually today, you don't get used to it. Seriously.
I can imagine.
It's beautiful. It's changing every single hours, every minutes. The decor, the lights are changing. So this one is an exclusive place that I love. After the chateau, of course, it's a big house, but it's a family house. This chateau, I live with my father, with my mother, with my sister, and now with the nephew and my daughter, and so it's a family place. So, but it has the double cap. It's also a working place and a family place. So you have to really be careful, okay? And you have to separate. When you're in a family, you don't need to talk about work. When you're at work, we talk about work. So you need to be careful. But otherwise, voilà, this chateau, I'm the 12th generation taking care of this vineyard. I love this place. I mean, it's pretty comfortable and pretty safe, actually. It's very safe.
We've just tasted the 22 vintage.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this?
22 vintage is it's a beautiful vintage, actually. We had a really, really nice weather all along the year. And every step of the growing season, starting from the growing season, we didn't have frost. And then the flower, we have the beautiful weather during the flower. So, and after during the summertime, springtime and summertime, we get a lot of sun, okay, and a really warm weather, okay, all the way to the month of October, okay. And it was actually, so it means that we have a perfect ripening season, and each of our plots had the beautiful maturity. It reached the beautiful maturity, and it gives you a wine that is complex, rich, fresh, and exceptional.
We are at Château Ausone, which is just behind us, but you have several estates.
Sure.
We can more or less see all of them, I think, from here. And we can start with Château Simard,
Yeah.
which is selling very well in Norway.
Yeah, indeed.
So where is Simard?
So Simard, alors here we are on the limestone plateau of Saint-Émilion. And then if you go south, so on the other side of the road that you see, so down the hill on the sandy soil, and you're gonna have a beautiful landscape which is pretty flat, and you're gonna have the Château Simard estate, which is about from here 900 meters from Château Ausone, and you've got a majority Merlot and Cabernet Franc and Cabernet Sauvignon with a hint of Petit Verdot.
And then we have Simard.
Oui, Simard is an estate which is situated at the foot of the hill. So here you have a sandy soil along with clay. And the water is way deeper, meaning that the roots of the vine needs to go way deeper to find the water. So you have which is creating a grapes much more tasty and complex.
And then Château Fonbelle.
Château de Fonbelle. Alors Château de Fonbelle is close and is situated so on the Dordogne Valley, but on different spots. We got two main plots situated on the gravel, sandy and gravel soil. We have in this beautiful 14 hectares vineyard some Merlot, some Cabernet Sauvignon, and Carmenère, which is pretty atypical from Saint-Émilion.
Then we have Château Moulin Saint-Georges.
Moulin Saint-Georges, beautiful estate. An estate that I really like because I see it every day when I come to Château Ausone for work. you arrive in Moulin Saint-Georges on the clay and limestone coteau, and it's right in front of Ausone, constituted of Merlot principally and a hint of Cabernet Franc, and the superficie is 8 hectares for Moulin Saint-Georges. It's a beautiful wine.
And then Château Laclotte?
Laclotte, instead of continuing on the north and west exposed, you're going on the east and south exposed. So it's right over there where you have a beautiful limestone plateau and a beautiful limestone and clay coteau. So it's only 2 hectares, a very small estate that we purchased in 2014 from the Mouliarac family. And 2 hectares constituted with majority Merlot, 80% Merlot and 20% Cabernet Franc. But we are adapting the vineyard, and we try to make a little bit as Ausone, and we are replanting with exclusive Cabernet Franc, selected Cabernet Franc from Château Ausone. The percentage of Cabernet Franc will tend to increase years after years. It's a beautiful, beautiful vineyard. We just started some construction Monday, in order to renovate the house. We already renovated the cellar.
Yes, it's a house over there with the two white cars and the two
big
diggers.
Yeah. 2027, end of the works. We're gonna have a taste and big party there.
Oh, perfect. And then, of course, we are on the terrace of Château Ausone.
Yeah, so Château Ausone, it's an exceptional property. Actually, the name of Château Ausone dates from the 400 after Jesus Christ with Ausonius Magnus Decimus. We used to live actually at the foot of the hill of where we are now. And we found the foundation of his villa, the Lucaniacum Villa. And this cru actually has more than 1,000 years of history, and we always make wine from here. So it's an exceptional terroir. It's 7 hectares only, Cabernet Franc majority and Merlot. And then we are facing the east, the sunrise. So we have this fresh air with these fresh climates with the warm soil from the limestone. Okay, so that all of that creates a beautiful harmony with the balance of the juice and a really, really big complexity with the percentage of limestone from the plateau, which constitutes about 20% of the vineyard, and then 80% is on the clay and limestone coteau, facing east. And when you look at the topology of Saint-Émilion, we are one of the only chateaux facing east on this structure, the soil structure, limestone and clay and limestone coteau.
And then you have a little bit of a curiosity in Bordeaux, where you still use Carmenère.
Oui, Carmenère. Carmenère, it's a choice of my father to continue cultivate this grape variety. For me, I really like it. It brings into the wine this really, really spiciness. And even when you vinify the Carmenère tank, you really go at the top of the tank and you want to sneeze. The pepperness is so powerful that it makes you want to sneeze a little bit. So, but so it brings you the typicity in the Fombelle. We use exclusively this Carmenère in the Fombelle wine, and it bring you a little freshness, peps, okay, and it makes this Château de Fombelle so exclusive and atypique regarding the blend. But Carmenère, you need to be careful because you are in Bordeaux. It's pretty humid climate, so the Carmenère tend to grow up very, very fast. And then if you are not careful, they tend to explode directly on the vineyard. So you need to harvest them really at the right moment, otherwise you lose everything. So then, the Carmenère plot, my father planted it in 74 or 76. So now we have the savoir-faire of when you have to pick up the Carmenère, and you have to be very careful, otherwise you don't make any wine out of it. But it's a little secret, but only in the Fombelle, so you have to taste it.
But you also do some special new work with your Cabernet Franc.
We started from the 80s with my father. Now we continue with my sister. Regarding selected some clones, we don't do any massal selection. We do clone selection. So we observe each individual and then we select them. But this work lasts about 10 years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
We try to select the best individu in order to make the best wine. Nowadays, with the climate change, we need to adapt and we need to select different individu that will bring us more acidity and less sugar. 40 years ago, my father was selecting individu completely the opposite. More sugar, less acidity.
Yep.
So, but this work, I mean, we have to do it. We have to do it carefully in order to regenerate our vineyard and create a wine that is adapted to the climate and to the vineyard and to its terroir and represent the terroir of this wine. And I love to receive, I mean, we receive a lot of people. So we receive a lot of people in this beautiful place. So I hope you feel and you like this every time you like the reception and the welcome, the warm welcome from the family Vauthier every time that you come
For sure.
at the chateau.
No, but the light here, it's fascinating. Just by the time we've been standing here, how different, it's like different plots are lighting up at different moments.